Hello everybody, Buddy with Midland, Texas. I got a video here today that is just unbelievable. And let me just jump right in. The Mayor of Midland, Wes Perry. That's what I'm going to name it. The Mayor of Midland, when it's believed that Mike Lawhon was murdered here in 2008, and when I was shot with my phone lines cut in 2012, was Wes Perry. Mr. Perry served on the city council from 2003 to 2007 and mayor from 2007 to 2013. Possibly he was mayor when the 4 people were murdered died at my home that Aaron Pachlhofer told me about. Aaron didn't say who was killed here or when. I've wondered if the former secret police who had accidentally started a camera and caught themselves staging the crime scene of this home invasion and murder attempt, as well as the 5 MPD officers, Davis, Dickie, Chatwell, Angel, and Hale, proven to be under my home that night, were taking orders from the mayor. Based on the org chart, the Midland Police Department reports up to the mayor. Interestingly, his dad, Charles Perry, the late Charles Perry, was an inductee for the 2012 Permian Basin Oil Show, which happened a few months after the murder attempt. It's believed the famous and wild after-hour oil show parties were held in the underground homes, with one of them located in my backyard. I was told about a young girl that had been murdered at a 2010 oil show party for refusing to prostitute, and my friend that witnessed this was afraid and said that high-level police were also at those parties. The young previous owner of my home, Mike Lawhon, died the week before the 2008 oil show party started and believed been held in his backyard. I suspected that he was murdered here and taken to Fort Worth. I also saw where Mr. Perry is the director for Cheney Energy, who was drilling for oil in the Golan Heights. Other notable members on the Cheney board were Sir Jacob Rothschild, from one of the wealthiest families in the world, Rupert Murdoch, the CEO of News Corp, which includes Fox News, and former Vice President Dick Cheney, who served under George Bush when 9/11 happened. I've even wondered if Mr. Perry had taken some of these people into the underground homes. One woman told me there's a game room in here that all the high officials go to. And another guy said bigger people than you can ever perceive won't let you pull their blanket down to see them caught with their pants down. Could these powerful people explain somebody trying to kill an innocent and Christian homeowner who was reporting crimes to the police that we now know were assisting with the crimes? I long figured it would take somebody very powerful to fake x-rays and then cut off body parts from a crime victim, and somebody extremely evil. And how they've been able to stop free press in America to cover up violent crimes against innocent people is still unexplained. I'm going to show you what I found on the internet here. This was posted in 2010, and the title was Boogeyman, Trifecta, Murdoch Allies with Oil Company and Cheney. Okay, the News Corp Baron and former Veep are forming a conspiracy Voltron with a shell oil, let me start over because it reads straight across, I think. Okay, they're forming a conspiracy Voltron with a shell oil exploration company in Israel and Colorado, betting it will do serious business and even transfer Murdoch's media empire. And then it goes on. Okay, here I'm going to show you Lord Jacob Rothschild and Murdoch just purchased a joint 5.5% stake in Cheney Oil and Gas. And Murdoch is slated to join Cheney's advisory board. Other members include American Shell Oil CTO Alan Burnham, former Vice President Dick Cheney, Cheney Chairman and Midland, Texas Mayor Wes Perry. That's who I'm talking about. He was the mayor when I was shot in a murder attempt, premeditated murder attempt, and former ExxonMobil Executive Vice President Eugene Renna. And so there, that might be some leads if we ever find any law enforcement not involved in breaking in homes and murdering innocent people. This Buddy Webb. All right, here I got a couple more I want to show you here. Let me go back in the comments here. And I just want to show you here's the print screen of the because I blocked her name out because she's afraid for her life, But it says, word here in Midlands how there's a game room here that all the high officials go to. And bet money and win money and whatever else they do down there, such as prostitution, forced prostitution. Remember the girl murdered at the 2010 oil show party? Yeah. And I was telling her, I said in 2012, I suggested to FBI agent Dominic, maybe it's an illegal casino and brothel. And he said, maybe. And he said it just like that. That convinced me I had guessed right. And that was back in 2012. I mean, that was right after I'd survived this murder attempt. Shannon Jeter told me, buddy, cops can kill you and get away with it. Stop publicizing their business. You go buy you another home, and then maybe they'll leave you alone. Actually, here's his exact words. Says, I hear you be careful with cops. Be careful. Cops kill people every day and get away with it. All they got to do is say they feared for their life, and that's all it takes. They can kill you and get away with it. So be careful. Don't make them mad. Sell them the house. Hell, they'll probably give you a lot of money for it just to get you to stop publicizing their business. Then you go buy you another home and be left alone, maybe. I think that's amazing right there, you know. Cops killing people to steal their property. Who's ever heard of that before, you know? Well, good luck finding the DA to find any charges on a cop or public officials. It just doesn't happen, especially if it's one of Chapo's multi-billion-dollar underground tunnels. Wouldn't you think if police won't do anything for you but cover up your attempt in your life, that bigger people than you can ever perceive won't let you pull their blanket to see them caught with their pants down? Like I said, I said, play with fire, you're going to get burnt. It's hot in hell, they say, so they're going to get tormented like you've been now. Keep your doors locked and tie-wired. It will slow them down. Interesting comment about tie-wired, because I had tie-wired my spare door shut and trapped that burglar in that bathroom that night. And you know, and I think they might have used that as an excuse for murder. As you know, they got caught while they're in a home invasion, committing a felony, burglary of a habitation. And you know, because police won't do nothing, I took the law in my own hands, tried to protect my life and property. Here, I had a gun on the outside of the door. It looks like that's when they planned on murdering me, because they could have turned themselves in. And then I'm just showing here in the backyard is where one of the underground homes is located, which is right here. And you can see where the tunnel was cut coming from the Home Depot store to my house. You remember I showed this to Homeland. 2 weeks later, they poured concrete there. It has been absolute lawlessness, just murder. And, you know, I told 4 people died here. They're just literally killing one person after another, and the police are helping them. I don't know how to stop it. This is Buddy, Midland, Texas.